Hi YouTube family, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this is your girl Yamike Katrota, well known as Naone. So today we'll be doing a story time. So a story time basically based on my experience as a first year student at the university, and also my experience like moving away from home and adapting to the new environment and stuff like that. Also, I'll be sharing like a few embarrassing moments I've experienced or encountered, and just basically how things have been going, guys. So I actually wanted to do this video at the beginning of the year, but I was like, what if something happens later, something, you know, out of the norm? Then so yeah, so we basically come to the end of the year, or we are approaching the end of the year, or we're at the end of the year. So I think I experienced more than enough for the year to like share with you guys. So guys, let's get into this video. So okay, my friend once told me that, not once but in the previous video that I made, I was like all in my head. She was like, no, don't do that in the next video. So I'm trying to refrain myself from like, you know, touching the hair and stuff like that. So where do we start? So guys, yeah, things have been great, not great, but yeah, we have those, or should I say have had those days where things were not balancing and everything, but so far it has been good. So where do we start? So yeah, basically long story short, you know, most we moved to Windhoek. I'm actually from Ochivarongo, so I'm not from Windhoek. The thing is that I would say we all have relatives we visit from us from different towns and places and stuff like that. So yeah, I would come here holidays and stuff like that, but I would only know certain areas of this place. So if you take me somewhere that I've never been, ish, yeah. So guys, yeah, I moved from home, and I'm staying in the hostel, and it's actually also my first time or my first experience ever in my life to be situated in the hostel. Like ever since, like since my primary school to my high school, I've just been staying home with my granny. And then when I moved here, so I had to stay in the hostel and stuff like that, because you know guys, rent is also costly and stuff like that, or should I say, yeah, whatever. But yeah, here I am. So guys, I'm actually in my room. My roommates are gone, so I actually decided to take the opportunity to make this video. Okay, so we moved to Windhoek, came to school, paid for the registration fees and stuff like that. So my experience so far of staying in the hostel was actually not that bad. I'm the type of person who doesn't really like socializing. I'm not the socializing type. I wouldn't be that of like I go to a particular place, or you know, and I'm like, hey, hi and stuff like that. No, that's not me. So but then I actually did learn to open up more a bit, because we are 4 in a room, so you cannot be quiet for the rest of your life. You're going to need something eventually, and you would have to speak to somebody. So guys, the hostel experience has been okay. It hasn't been bad at all. It's not that bad. It's not that good either. Okay, it's not that bad. It's okay. And yeah, the girls here are cool. They are friendly, you know. If you greet them, they're gonna greet you back. If you ask for something, they're gonna give it to you. And when they ask for something, and when I have, I give. And you know, everything is, yeah, on point. And coming now to my experience at school and stuff like that, guys, at the beginning of the year, when I started school, yo, my dear, going to school like maybe 30 minutes before the class, and I was on the top of my game, my girl. I was like, I don't want to be late, I don't want to what, I don't want to, so last semester I had classes, some classes I had them running from like 7 to 9, so like those were like the morning classes and stuff like that. And I still have the 9, but then now second semester I don't have any class from 7 to 9. Most of them are running from 11 to 1 and 1 to 3 then, and then yeah. So for those classes, most for 7 to 9 and stuff like that, your girl would set what is this, her alarm at like 5 khute, and I would wake up early, and then I would go to class like 30 minutes before the actual time, and I was at the top of my game, guys. And then I was at the top of my game, but school is like draining. It is draining, yeah, man. Things were just different last semester. At the beginning also, not, yeah, at the beginning of last semester things were different. I had like a lot of modules. I had like I had last semester I had like 6 semester modules and 4-year modules, which I still have right now. But then comparing the timetable that I have now, I only have like I only have 6 modules, 4-year modules and 2 semesters. But last semester I had like 4-year modules and 6, which basically meaning I had like 10 classes in a week. Monday to Saturday I had school. Wednesdays were the exhausting days. I didn't like Wednesdays because I had class like, it was 7 to 9, and then 9 to 11 was like a 2-hour break, and then 11 to 1 another class, 1 to 3 another break, and then 3 to 5 another one. So Wednesdays were not my days, guys. So coming now to the day, to my my embarrassing moments. There was this, one of them was a day that I had what? Well, it was just like, I don't remember what class I had, but I was coming out of the building. I was coming out of Tunana building, and I was basically done with classes that day, so I was just going straight back to the hostel. Guys, I fell down. Yeah, was also when you're new, and then people like me that don't really like the socializing and stuff, when you don't really like talking to people that much, it seemed like you are, trying to be up there and stuff like that. But it wasn't the case, guys. It wasn't the case. By nature, I'm not really the socializing, unless you speak to me. Yes, it's not an issue. But me myself, just going to someone and being up and down there, and so I was basically coming out of Tunana building, guys. So there's like a, well, English is also a problem, ne? I don't know what it's, yeah, ne? There's like a thingy there. I'll see if I can like go and take a picture of that and just put it there in the video, just somewhere down here. There was like a thingy, that part like when there are stairs somewhere at a particular place, and then there's like, like a, should I say like a slope or something like that. But then that part is usually used for wheelchairs, like people with wheelchairs to like enter and go out, because they can't, push. I mean, you can't basically push a wheelchair down the stairs. So there's that thingy. That is the thing that made me fall. It was that thing. So guys, I was just on my own, minding my own business, and then it happened. So I don't know, I think I just lost balance, because I had like slippers, not really like necessarily these sleeping slippers or whatever, but yeah, if you know what I'm talking about. So I was just walking, and then guys, it's usually full outside, and then when some of the students are trying to exit the venue, and some other students are also trying to enter the venue, and then it's like more of like a commotion, or it's just full outside at the door itself. It's just full. And then we're like walking out. So I was walking out alone. And then when I finally came out now at that thingy, there were like people in front of me. So I had to wait for them to proceed before I also walk. So I just like walked, and then I think I walked and then I was standing on it like somewhere in the middle, or just, yeah, something like that. And then next thing I knew, I just lost balance and then I was just on the ground, which was embarrassing. But yeah. And you know, bruh, on campus name at this IUM campus, usually at those, it was like those hours, I think it was like those 1 o'clock there, it was just like in the afternoon. Students are usually full on campus, and then they're just everywhere, and then they're just what, I don't know who saw me, I don't know who didn't see me. I did not even look around, I was just down on the ground. And then when I fell, I remember being like, oh my gosh, you know, I didn't expect to fall. And then next to me there were these other girls, they're standing not exactly next to me, but they're just like a few feet away from me. Then they were standing there and they were like, you know, that pitiful look in the voice, like, oh. And I was like, no, we're not going to do that. So I was like, I fell. I was like shocked. And then the girls were like trying to, oh, and stuff like that. And I was like, no. I stood up, my dear. I got up and I went straight to the hostel. Like, I wasn't even the one that fell. Yo, guys, I felt so embarrassed. It was so embarrassing for me. But yeah, anyways. And then the second one, guys, is the I had classes at City Campus. Guys, I had classes. Okay, let's go back a little bit. So guys, before school starts and stuff like that, we usually have orientation where they like take you through everything. And there was also a time where they were like, there's a day that we're going to go to City Campus. So they show us block A, block B, and yeah, and everything. So I didn't attend orientation. Sorry, I didn't like necessarily attend it. I was there for like just, I think the second day, I don't remember quite well, but I was just there for one day. I was trying to, you know, get that day with people like going to the other campus, so I know where it is. So I know now the blocks, that this is block A, this is block B, this is what, and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I missed it. I missed that day. I don't know what happened. I just missed it. I just saw on my Instagram, they have like a page that IUM SRC page, what, when they were posting, no, I'm taking students to the City Campus. And I was like, yo, what am I going to do now? And I was like, okay, it's just going to sort itself out. The good thing is that the bus transports students to the other campus. So I was like, basically it's just going to park somewhere there where I can see where the entrance is or stuff like that. Okay, so that was like my first day, or should I say my first class at the campus, at City Campus. Yeah. So I got on the bus and everything was chilled, and then I was like, you know, I'm going to school. And everything was cool and stuff like that. And then yeah, we went, then the bus parked alongside palm trees there, stuff like that. So actually the thing was that as we're coming, I could see the sign. There's like a big sign there that says IUM. And then it is like inside, yeah. The sign is like inside, so there's a place where you have to enter from. So it's not like outside, like directing you, or you have to go where or stuff like that. It is just inside, but you can see it. While we're in the bus, I could see it. I was like, oh, okay, it's there. The bus went to park there and everything. We got off and stuff like that. I was like, okay. And also, guys, one thing about me, as I said, I don't like to socialize, or should I say, I'm not the type to socialize, and I'm not the type to ask people for things. Or like, let's say we're somewhere, or maybe we're maybe in a building and I'm looking for the second floor, and I'm probably on the 5th floor, and I'm like, even to ask, like, no, where's the 2nd floor? I need to be somewhere and I'm lost. I'm not the type to ask. I don't know why I'm made like that, but I'm not. Yeah, okay guys, as I was saying, I'm not the type to ask people for like directions or instructions or stuff like that. So I was like, I'm going to go. I haven't been to orientation, but I'm going to figure it out. It can't be that difficult. As I said to myself, I was like, it's not gonna be that difficult. The sign was just there, so we're gonna probably get off somewhere close where we can most now see the entrance. I was like, in my mind I was like, we're gonna get off at the gate or somewhere. I got off. So guys, I got off. I did not know also that our students use the bus. It's like a cab, when you want to go to town, especially for us that stay in the hostel. When you want to go to town to go do your grocery shopping, they just take the bus, and they don't need to like spend the 26 on the cab. They just take the bus. The bus drops them there at city campus. From city campus to Van Hill, it's just like a walking distance, of to ShopRite, it's just there. So that's what I didn't know. So I thought that, okay, I got off. I got off, and then I saw the others. They were now crossing the road, and I was like, these people probably know where the entrance is and stuff like that. I was like, I'm not going to ask anyone. I'm just going to follow them. I got off the bus. I went across the road, and mind you, the moment you just cross like at that crossing there, when you just look straight like this, like while you are even crossing, when you raise your eyes, that is just the entrance itself. Exactly, the security guard is standing there. That is just it. I don't know. People are saying Moshiroveshavi, like I have big eyes for nothing. It's what they like to say. Or something like, it's like my big HD cameras are useless. The entrance was just there, guys. So there's like a shop in front in another building there. So I don't know if this building is also part of the school or if it's just something else. Okay, so I just saw the shop. What shop is there? Is it Lewis or is it? But it's this furniture shops, and I was like, I just saw the furniture shop, and I was like, So I remember most when I was coming with the bus, I saw the sign on the inside. So I was like, maybe we have to go and turn. Most of the way that you go, when you go straight and then you turn to your right when you're going to shop right now. Yeah, so yeah, other kids were most now crossing, and then they were like, going with that way, that going to shop right and stuff like that. I was like, it's probably that side. I went. So I followed this. I was like, at the top of my game, I was walking like I know where I'm going. So mind you, I did not know. I just didn't know where the campus was. I went, and then I walked straight, and then I must pass. I crossed, and then I passed, and then I went straight. I walked straight. Then the turn came, I turned to my right, and then I saw, oh, so the school is this side of shop right now. Okay. I walked up until we've come to now like the edge of the pavement, or should I say and I'm like wondering, I thought you walk straight and then you turn, and then there's like an opening that side most. So I thought that is where we're supposed to enter the school from, or the campus or start, or and then we walked, and then I was like, I was like, where are these girls going? Okay, never mind. And then I just walked up until we come now to the robots, the edge. And then I was like, and these people are going somewhere else. And I was like, yo, okay, now what do I do? And I was like, let me just spin around the block and see. Maybe it's this, maybe it's at the back, So the other girls now, people were now going their ways. Others are going to the FNB ATMs. Others are going to ShopRite. Others are going, and I'm just there like a lost soul. I was like, what is going on? And then I just turned to my right again. So basically, I walked around the whole block just for me to come figure out that the entrance was just where I crossed from. Like, it was just right in front of me. Guys, I walked again. I walked until I passed that Puma filling station, and then I turned to my right again, like the same way the bus came with again. And then I came back now to the front, only for me to come and see that the entrance was just right in front of me the whole entire time, guys. Yeah, it's so embarrassing, man. So guys, please, if you're lost, ask. Not just anyone. Like, for me, the situation that I had to ask, but I was like, no, I'll just follow the other kids. They're probably just going to like enter the one. When they say that I have big eyes for nothing, it's true. Like, other kids were coming out to go to the bus to come back to the main campus, and I just didn't see that. I went around the whole block to come and figure out that no, just where you were, the very first place you stood after crossing, right in front of you, that was the gate. Yeah, so guys, those were the only two embarrassing moments I experienced. Yes, yeah, I think so far. Yeah, those are the only two. And oh, almost forgot. Also, the part where I moved to the hostel. Yo, guys, I don't know if it's just me or some of the stuff here are not really that, yeah, nice at times. But it's okay. But it was just like a hilarious. I don't know. Maybe it's. They say first impressions don't count. So yeah, we are all human. At some point, we also all make mistakes. So, anyways, let me take you guys to the day that I moved. My first day in the hostel, or should I say the day that I moved in the hostel? So, guys, it was just like it was a Wednesday. It was Wednesday even, to make it worse. Yeah, it was a Wednesday. So the Wednesdays was the day that I have classes like back to back. So I had to utilize the 4 hours I had for free for like going to make the payments for the hostel. And like I was just up and down Chancery and Tunana, because I had to go and make the payments, and also I had to go to the dean's office for, I don't remember what, but yeah, I had to go to her office. Yeah. So the first stop I made after the first class, so that was now the 7 to 9 class. So now my first 2 hours are now 9 to 11. I had to go to the dean's office and get some papers there, and these papers I had to take to finance. And mind you, at finance, it's always full. It's full there. Yeah, it's always full there. So I had to sit in the line. I sat and I sat and I sat. So basically, I almost said the remaining hours of my 2 hours I finished at finance, since there was like a whole line. So I made payments. After I made payment, I was like even late with 5 minutes. For me, it was a big deal, guys. The first days, I told you I was at the top of my game. So I was even concerned. I was like, I made my payments and then I went to classes. Okay, and then the second class came out so it was 7 to 9, 9 to 11. And then the second class came out at 7 to 9, 9 to 11, 11 to 1. So it came out at 1. So those were my last 2 hours. Okay, so now after I made my payments at finance, during my first 2 hours, I did not go make the payments. I went, and then unfortunately I ran out of time, so I went back to class. So I came to make payments at 1. Not even at 1. I went at 2 because 1 is usually lunchtime. So at 2, I had like an hour. But then since it was lunch, I think a lot of people went. So the line wasn't really that long. So I took like maybe 30 minutes in finance. And then I brought so after you go to finance, you get like a document, or I don't know, something that you take to the hostel that clarifies that you made payments and then you're ready to move in and everything. Yeah. Okay, so after that I went now to the hostel to take this document there. Since I made payments, I have to move in. So guys, I was staying at my aunt's before I moved to the hostel, and then I made my payments, and then I took the paper to the hostel now. So I came to the hostel, and then I found the lady outside. Mind you, now this is the matron. I did not know it was her. I just found a lady outside, and then at this point, I did not have a choice, but I had to speak to the person. Then I greeted the lady. Then I was like, oh, hi, how are you? Good afternoon, ma'am, and stuff like that. No, I was told to bring this to the matron's office. And then she was like, no, it's me. But I'm currently occupied, so can you just quickly wait? I'll attend to you as soon as I'm done. I waited. Guys, I waited. I waited until 3 o'clock. No, until before 3. I waited. Mind you, this lady finished cleaning and then she went back to her office. It's where she was sitting the whole time doing nothing. So I was just standing there, like, you know, where you enter the hostel there, like, just, should I say, in front of her window. I'm not really the good describer, or should I say I'm not really that good in descriptions, but I will take a picture also and then I'll just drop it there so you guys understand where I was. So I stood there, and I stood there until it was like 2:40 or 2:50 something. It was just there running to 3. I had to go to my last class now at 3. And then I was like, yo, this lady, she's taking long. So I now came in. So when I came in, I saw now her office is there. It's written caretaker. And then she's just sitting there. And I'm like, I thought you would say you'd attend to me as soon as you're done. So that was like the back of my mind. That is what I was saying. And then when she saw me, she was like, you know, should come in or stuff like that. So I went in. Then I was like, then I gave her the paper. Guys. And I was like, so she forgot I was standing outside? Okay, anyways. I gave her the paper. All right, then she was like, no, do you have your things here? Then I said, no, I don't have my things here. Then she said, like, okay, I think it's preferable you bring the paper when you have your stuff in, when you're ready to, like, go in. And I was like, okay. All right. And then it was like, I think a few minutes to 3, and then I just went to my last class. We just sat for like an hour and 30 minutes, I think. But then it was just an hour and a few minutes. I think 30 or 20 minutes we were out. Because I remember when I came to the hostel, it was like 4 something and not 5 exactly. Because she was like, no, I knock off at 5, so you have to be back before 5. But luckily, we just sat for like an hour and few at school. So I called my uncle, and they came with my sisters and my cousins to come and help drop off my luggage and stuff like that. Mind you guys, I had a lot of things. I have a lot of things. Yeah, I don't know. I'm the one who would have like a lot of luggage for no reason. Like I would literally pack almost my whole wardrobe, but I would just wear like 30% or even like 15% of it. I'm that type of person. So I had now my groceries, and then I had my clothing in the bag, and then the dishes in the box, and things were just over there, dimakara and stuff like that. So we came now. I came back for the second time, but the second time I found her in the office. So I took the paper now to her office. I gave her the paper. Okay, I gave her the paper, and then she was being a bit, should I say, harsh. For some reason, I don't know until this day, but yeah, that day she was, yeah. And then I went in, and then she just asked me a couple of questions. I don't know, which I also found weird. Then she was like, no, where did you get the application form from, and stuff like that. And then I was like, yeah, but anyway, fast forward. Fast forward. Then she was like telling me the hostel rules, and like, no, you're not supposed to bring people inside, and da 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 da, and everything and stuff. I was like, okay, cool, and stuff like that. Seeing yo guys, I had a lot of luggage. Okay, so she gave me my room key. Yes, she gave me my room key. And then a girl from my room was passing by, and then she asked me she asked her to allocate me to the room, so she could take me there. Yeah, guys, people are constantly knocking, and yeah, so I had to like stop and stuff like that. So yeah, a girl from my room was passing by, and then she called her to ask her to allocate me to my room. So I just took like a box. Yeah, I just took like one box, and the box that I had, it had the dishes, I think. Okay, so mind you, I didn't know that like there were two staircases. There's one when you enter, you turn to your right, and then there's other one you have to go down uh, the ground floor corridor, and you also turn to your right. So I only knew about the one that goes down the corridor to the right, since that is the way the girl that allocated me to the room, she took that way. So yeah, okay, I went, she showed me the room, and then I just brought the box to the room. Then I went back downstairs to get the rest of my things. So when I come outside there, I had like now my luggage bag, the box, and the groceries left, and also my blankets and stuff like that. So I took the bag. Yeah, I took the bag and the box. So I placed the box onto the bag, and I was like pulling the bag, and then I had the blanket on my arm. So outside there was another lady sitting outside, and the security guard. And the lady was like, "No, I think it's better if you, one of your sisters or whatever, only one, but he said only one, helps you and take a few things in, since it seems like, it's quite a lot to carry." So I was like, when I was in the office, the matron was like, she told me that we're not allowed to bring people in and stuff like that. So I was like, when after I took the first box upstairs, I saw that she entered one of the rooms on the ground floor. So I was like, let me go and talk to her first before it's a thing of like I've just arrived and I'm breaking rules and stuff like that. So my sister came with me now. Then she took the rest of the things. So when she took the last things, now the groceries, it was like basically all that was left. So if she had helped me, that would have been the only things that yeah, we would have been done with that. Yeah, guys, sorry for that. Yeah, people are knocking and stuff like that, and don't want to be interrupted. Yeah, so she took the last bunch. So if we had gone, the both of us, everything would have been done. So I went to now the room that the matron went to. Then I told her that no, the lady outside told me that she can quickly just help me take in the things, and that yeah. And then she started yelling. The lady started yelling and shouting, and then she was like, yeah, she was being so rude to me that I don't know why she was being like that day. But for the rest of the days, until today, she's like nice and But that day, she started shouting and yelling, and then she was like, no, I told you not to bring people in. And I was like, no, I'm not the one who said she should come in. The lady outside said that no, she can quickly help me bring the things in, since I have a lot of stuff. No, then she started shouting and stuff like that. And I was like, I was getting angry, or should I say she was infuriating me, to a point where I was like, you know what, it's fine. And I told my sister now in my native language, I know vehekwa trouble here in bucket and bit. Then she put the yes, the box that contained the food. Trouble patient bucket. Then I said, just put the box down and get out. That's what I told her. And then she put the box down, and then she went out. When my sister was also going out, she went there and started yelling at the other lady. I don't know what she was saying, but because they were speaking Oshwambo, and I don't understand Oshwambo. Okay, and then when I was like trying to figure out now, like, what am I going to do with this box? Because what if just someone just comes out of their room or which room and just takes the box? People do weird things. And luckily, as I was like now trying to figure out, maybe there was somebody who was listening from like one of the rooms, and the girl just opened the door, and then she was like, no, let me help you. And I was like, okay, thank you. And then she helped me. She took the things, the remaining items, and then we went to my room. And like, yeah, it was hectic. I was like, But why? And then I don't know, after that, yes, we took the things to my room and then I came back. So I didn't really organize my things because we had to go back home. I don't remember for what, but yeah, I was gone home and I came back at 6, 7 day is when I came back to the hostel. Yeah. We went back home and I came back, and then as I was coming back she was in the office, in that office. Then I just walked in. I walked in and I was going down the corridor, so I go to the stairway, whatever you call it. Then just as I like passed the TV room, and then she was like, oh, now with a soft voice, you are back. And I'm like, heavy now. I'm back, Abushavi. Like, you're back. I was like, yes. I was like, I was not trying to be rude, because a lot of people say I have like this frowny face, like I have this angry look apparently, but I don't see that in me. And I was like, yes, I'm back. Oh, they're just like, no, why are you taking that way? And I just like kept quiet. I was like, what do you mean, why am I taking that way? Is it not the way to the stairway? And I just kept quiet, like, okay, let me listen to what she wants to say. I know there's actually like a shorter path to first floor. There's a staircase this way. And I was like, why is she being nice? Since that day, the lady was just so nice with me. I was like, yo. But before that, she was so harsh. I don't know, for some reason she was just so harsh with me. But after that incident, she was just so nice and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, that is basically it. So I don't know, maybe you should be a little bit cautious with the new students to, I don't know, maybe she thought I'll break the hostel rules, or I don't know, I really don't know. But yeah, so guys, so that is basically it with my experience in the hostel. It isn't bad at all, it isn't bad, but I just felt like she was a bit harsh the first day. And yeah, I'm also one who gets angry very fast, like very quickly, especially when, I don't like people yelling at me. Yeah, so okay, so what else, what am I missing out, or what did I live out? Guys, yeah, school is toch school. School has been school basically since primary, since secondary school up until now. It just actually felt the same way as when you go to high school for the first time, and when you're a grade 8 learner, when you're new there, and they're always the top dogs of the school running the place, and they have been there for more than how many years, I don't know. So that is basically how it felt. It not exactly, but yeah, sometimes you get lost here and there, and yeah, and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, that's how it has been. It's actually quite a beautiful experience for me, especially that I've never been in the hostel before and staying on my own and stuff like that. Yeah, so that is basically it from me. This was just like a little short story time, because it was suggested that I share my experience here as a new student and moving away from home and stuff like that. Yeah, I do get homesick sometimes, but not all the time, because when I go back there, it's always most. So guys, that is it from me. So hopefully, I think we'll be doing another vlog on the 21st of October, since I'll be attending the Cancer Tea Party for Hope event, which would be, yeah, I just said on the 21st of October, basically this Saturday. So I'll be vlogging again on Saturday and showing you guys how beautiful and breathtaking it will be there. So I will be assisting the the people attending there. Basically, I'll be a volunteer since my elder sister hosts the event, so I decided to volunteer to, like, yeah, and stuff like that. So guys, until next time, until Saturday, should I say until Saturday, as for me, it's thank you so much for watching. And as I said before, go and follow me on Instagram. I'll leave my handle down here again. And usually I open platforms for, like, what do you guys want to see on my YouTube, or what video would you guys suggest I should make and stuff like that. And this were one of the suggested videos. So guys, until next time, please do subscribe, like, comment, share.